Hi all, and welcome to NEM10V General Biology for Spring 2026. My name is Olivia, and I'm excited to help you explore, build your curiosity and critical thinking, and relate the concepts of biology to the world that we all live in. This course is offered through UC Online, so while I'm based at UC Davis, and many of the students in this course are as well, we have students from other UCs as well. So welcome to everyone across the state. This is my first time teaching this course, and it's also my first time teaching a fully virtual and asynchronous course. But it's not my first time teaching a course at UC Davis. I've changed up this course quite a bit from how it used to be taught, and it should be a fun quarter. That said, if you run into any issues, very well could be my fault, so please don't hesitate to let me or your TAs know if you run into any issues. So quickly, a little bit about me. I'm a medical entomologist, meaning that I study arthropods that are of medical importance to people, including mosquitoes and ticks. I finished my PhD at UC Davis in 2022, and my passion since then has been making sure that all the great science that gets done is actually translated into action for a healthier world and in ways that people can understand it. I'm also incredibly passionate about designing engaging education that's rooted in the real world. You can be the judge of that in this course. And I'm passionate about helping create opportunities for students to progress in their careers. So back to the course. What is NEM10V? NEM10V is a general biology course intended for non-biology majors. So you're probably taking this course because you have a science requirement to fill. Now, I know this course isn't your passion, and it's probably also not your priority this quarter. I don't intend to change your mind to go into biology, but I do think it's incredibly important for everyone to understand how biology integrates with your daily life. And hopefully this course will be engaging enough that you won't dread it. In this course, it's not important to me that you can memorize obscure facts or biological processes like the Krebs cycle and ATP generation. Truthfully, I don't have those memorized because it's not relevant to the biological work that I do. And because the internet exists and I can just look it up if I need to. What is important to me is that you can critically think and interpret science so you can feel confident in your decisions and know how to find reliable information. By the end of this course, I want you to be able to do your own research on vaccines, climate change, human health, or any other topic we seem to hear everybody else's opinions on constantly. In this class, we'll start with more macrobiology, so ecosystems, plants, animals, things that we can see and interact with. And then we'll get more narrow and smaller as the class progresses to things like DNA, genetics, molecules. I personally find it easier to understand and learn biology this way because by the time we get to it, you have a lot of context about why that small stuff matters and why you actually need to learn it. The structure of this course is a little different than your typical course. By now, you know it's fully virtual and asynchronous. All the information you need is on Canvas. Before I walk you through the Canvas site, let's go over the syllabus and what you'll need to do to be successful in this course. You'll find the syllabus on Canvas. The syllabus goes over the course description, learning objectives. Important, we'll start with the course format. I just mentioned that the course is asynchronous and fully online. There are no meetings that you need to attend. Each week, there will be a series of recorded online lectures and links to content that total about 4 hours of learning, as if you were taking a 4-unit class in person. You'll complete a weekly homework assignment, and there will be one comprehensive final quiz to gauge what you've learned in the class. We'll go over that in a second. Everything will happen through Canvas, so you submit your assignments on Canvas. For the class, you have to have regular access to the internet and a computer to complete the assignments. Again, everything will happen through Canvas. No materials that you need for this course. Anything will be available through the Canvas site. Now, what you're all interested in, how is the grading going to work for this course? Course is based on 1,000 points total. The biggest percentage of your course grade, so 60% of your course grade is going to be this ecosystem observation assignment. So this is actually 6 assignments, each worth 100 points, so each worth 10% of your grade. We'll go over that assignment in more detail in a bit. There will be 2 other assignments to fill in the other weeks that we're not doing the ecosystem observation assignment. One will be a science communication assignment, and the other one is to be determined, but I'll let you know well in advance. Each of those will be worth 12.5% of your grade. So 85% of your grade is your weekly homework assignments. So in this course, you will need to interact with the content each week to be able to do the homework assignment. I know that might sound a little annoying and you were thinking asynchronous, I can just push this all to the end of the quarter. Um, Let me tell you, that's the worst way to do it. And I'm telling you that from experience because I took courses, and I mean, that's just me. I took courses in undergrad where lectures were recorded, right? So I never went to class, and then I was cramming at the end, and that's just not fun. And you're not gonna benefit from that at all. So I do expect that you're doing everything each week, and your assignment will be due each week. Now, there's going to be one comprehensive final quiz that's only 10% of your grade. That is going to take concepts from the course as a whole, and you're going to have to apply those. So that's not something that's going to be like a multiple choice. How does the Krebs cycle work? It's going to be big picture things that we've worked through throughout the course. And then probably the easiest 5% of your grade is I'm going to have you do an anonymous pre-course and post-course survey. So I want you to be completely honest, which is why this is anonymous. It's basically just to understand your background in learning biology and how you feel about learning biology. So you just have to do those and submit a screenshot that you did it, and you'll get 5%. Easy peasy. Now, a late policy. So you need to turn in all of your assignments on Canvas by the designated due date and time. Usually that's Monday by midnight, 11:59 p.m. Any late assignments will be deducted 5% per day past the deadline. That affects how the TAs and I grade your things, so please get your things in on time. That said, life happens. I'm a very reasonable person. Reach out to me if you have an issue and we can work through it. Just don't make a habit of it. I will know if you're doing this constantly, but one time, don't worry about it. Things happen. I've included a link to resources at UC Davis. I didn't make this super long because we have students from across the UCs, so I didn't want to put, nor do I know what all the resources are for all the places. But if you do have a problem, reach out to me and I can try to help direct you to the resources that you need at your university. Okay, so what's the course going to look like? We are a 10-week course. We're going to start big, as I talked about earlier. General concepts this week. What is biology? We'll then talk about ecosystems, ecosystem interactions, how to do science and communicating science. We'll talk about bacteria, fungi, viruses. We'll talk about human bodies as an ecosystem and then how humans interact with their ecosystem. And as I mentioned, we'll end with the small stuff. Now, what you're probably more interested in is your assignments that are due each week. So you'll notice that the assignment from the week before is due the following Monday at 11:59 p.m. So, for example, this week we're learning what is biology. You're going to have actually two assignments due next Monday, but that means that what I'm expecting is that you're interacting with the course content and learning it, by Sunday of that week, and then you're able to submit your assignments by Monday um, before you move on to learning the next week's material. I did this Monday so that you don't have to be doing it over the weekend, and hopefully you can actually enjoy some school life balance and enjoy your weekends, um, and then submit things by Monday night. Okay, let's take a look at the Canvas page. When you open Canvas, it'll look something like this. It'll probably a little bit more filled out by the time that you see it. Um, You can access the syllabus on Canvas. If you click on syllabus, the link is there. It's also in the files. Now, the way that I suggest you interact with the Canvas page is through the home. Everything will be in a module for each week. The first module up here is just welcome to NEM10V, and it's some resources that you might need to refer to at any point. So includes a very short page on how NEM10V works. I'm not even going to read that because we've already talked about that in this video a lot. The syllabus is also linked here. There's a discussion board about questions about the course. So if you do have questions, especially if they're questions that are probably relevant to other students, please ask them on this discussion board and we will answer there. There's also an assignment details of the ecosystem observation assignment. So we just talked about in the syllabus how this is a 6-part assignment. So I included details of the full assignment up here. I'm going to record a second video just talking about that assignment, so let me skip that for now. Each week you will see things pop up for the week. So the plan is that I'll always have these posted by at least by Monday morning, Sunday night of the week that's going to happen. As I mentioned to you, this is the first time that I'm teaching this, which means I'm also kind of developing it at the same time that we're teaching. So it's fun, and it also allows it to be a little iterative to see how you all are liking and interacting with the course, so I can really design it in a way that's beneficial to everybody. Okay, so you will always have a week content. I'm not going to click on this right now because it's not quite filled out. But this is where you will see actually, no, I will click on it and just show you it not completely filled out. But when you click on this, it'll look a little better. We'll have a really quick intro to what the week is about, and then the content that you'll interact with this week. So this video that I'm recording right now is going to go right in here. And then you're going to have a few other videos to watch for the week. The other video that I mentioned, I'm going to record about the assignment, will be posted here as well as the assignment details and the actual link to the assignment for the week. Your assignments for the week will also pop up in each module. So you'll see that they're due the following Monday. So week 1 goes through Friday, April 3rd, but the assignments for the week are due the following Monday at 11:59 p.m. So as I mentioned earlier, you have an anonymous pre-course survey. Information about that will be linked here. All you have to do for this one is take the survey and upload a screenshot that you actually did it. And then your weekly assignment will also be on here. That's it for now, and I will record more as it becomes relevant.